may know us from our video of the unboxing of the PS2 from 2000. We've gotten a lot of comments since that was originally posted a couple years ago. Yeah, so we've been hoping to do this for a long time now. We just wanted to answer some of the questions, give an update about us, because I've seen a lot of comments of people, where are they today, whatever. I've got a list here of the more common questions that we get. We thought this might be a good time now to just do just a short video with responses to the common questions and just let you know where we're at with things. Anything you want to say about that? We are in no way YouTube personalities, so bear with us. We're just going to read through some of the questions and answer them as best we can. One of the first questions that we get a lot is how we met. Well, that goes back a long ways, because we were friends. She was in high school and I was in college. Yeah, I think I was in college when we first met.
Yeah, 1990.
So we go back a long ways. We weren't dating then, we were just friends. I always had an interest in Michelle, but she had boyfriends at the time, and
terrible boyfriends.
Yeah, she would call me and share all of her heartaches about these boyfriends, and I was like, oh, I'm right here.
Yep.
So
young and dumb.
But we did eventually, as you can see, we developed a relationship and got married in 1998. So by the time that we had the video, we'd been married for a couple of years.
Yeah, almost 2 years then.
Almost 2 years, yeah. The other question that I get, actually, this is probably the question that I get the most. Do I still have that PS2? Unfortunately, no. I wish I did. I miss that PS2, but I gave that away. Our church was having a kind of a church yard sale, and there was a family that seemed to be in desperate need of a gift for their son, and had asked if they had any video games. I don't know, I just felt that this family was in need, and so I gave the PlayStation and all of my games, which was
a lot.
Yeah, I probably had more than 100 PlayStation games to that family, so I miss my PlayStation. I'll be honest, I do play some of those old PlayStation games on an emulator, so hey, I still get to play them, but I do miss the original hardware. Yeah. All right, the other question that always follows the do you still have that PS2 is, do you have a PS5? I do not have a PS5. I stopped with the PS4. If someone from Sony sees this and you want to give me a PS2 so I can a PS5, so that I can do an unboxing, that would be great. Or if Sony has a brand new PS2 laying around that you'd like me to do a re-unboxing of, I can do that.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun. Anyhow, yeah, no, after the PS2, I got a little mad at Sony. I think you guys charged way too much for the PS3, and I just wasn't happy. And at that time, I switched over to the dark side. I got me a Xbox 360, and then later got a PS3 when prices came down a bit. Enjoyed both systems. I think they both have their pluses and minuses, and did get a Xbox One and a PS4, but that was the last generation. Today, I mostly play retro games. Don't have a lot of time for, like I did back then, to be playing games, so I play games in kind of short spurts. And I don't think that's ever bothered you, has it? Because that's one thing too, is people, they joke about these two split up after.
That's so funny to me. Yeah. I think people spend a lot more time on sports, watching sports, than Dan ever did playing video games. So, but we each have had our own hobbies. That's his hobby, and so I'm happy to support that. And he's always been very cognizant of Am I a video game widow? No, I'm not. So,
No. We enjoy spending time
yeah.
together. We've
Yeah.
always done that. We actually worked together for years, and right now we own a business together.
Yeah. Now, I never played video games, but I did enjoy watching you play them,
Yeah, sometimes.
depending on what they were.
Especially the puzzle games. Like
Puzzle games were
you
fun.
liked watching me play
Uh-huh.
or Onimusha, sorry.
Uh-huh.
What was the one with the camera?
Fatal Frame freaked me out. I did not like that game. That
Yeah.
game was rough.
Silent Hill, you didn't,
I
that
don't like
freaked you
Silent
out
Hill.
too,
I don't
but
like
you
those
did
kind of
watch
games.
me.
Yeah.
You helped me with the puzzles.
The
You
puzzles, you call me, I'll help
puzzle
you.
parts,
Yeah.
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 So,
So those
and
were fun.
Metal Gear, you watched me play that one.
Yeah. And
So,
this was before the time of scrolling on your cell phone, hanging out on your laptop. Like we didn't have any of that. So no
yeah.
distractions. It was a different time than today. So I think it was fun to watch you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been together? Well, we kind of touched on that earlier. Uh, we've we've been friends since what year did you say?
1990.
1990.
Yeah.
Oops,
Ooh, I
don't
just
kick
bumped
the-
it. Sorry.
And been married since 1998. So we've been married 26 years, going to be 27 coming
27.
up
Yeah.
this year. So
Yeah.
it's been a very wonderful marriage. She's been my best friend.
And he's a great husband.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
And children. Yes, we have 2 children. We have an older daughter, Julia, and a younger son, Jackson. Both are grown now. Our daughter is married, and we are expecting our first grandchild in September.
Mhm.
Is it September?
Mhm.
Yeah.
September.
So that's exciting. New chapter in our life. It feels weird going to be called Grandpa, but hey, it's very exciting.
Yeah, we need cool grandma and grandpa names, so let us know.
Yeah.
Let's know your thoughts.
Where do you live? Well, we've kind of lived all over. In the video, we lived over in Grapevine, Texas. Uh, we, we've bounced around the country a bit. I started off in Southern California, moved to Texas. Then at the time I was with USA Today, they moved us to, a couple years after that video was filmed, they moved us to Florida. We lived there for about, 6 years?
6 years.
6 years, yeah. That was a wonderful place to live. To be honest, I do miss it. And then the company moved me back to the Dallas area. And we've been here ever since. We're actually Fort Worth. Sorry to the Fort Worth people. We know how much, the rivalry between the two.
Yes. Hatfield and McCoy, but we love the Fort Worth side of DFW.
Yes, we do. We love the Fort
Very
Worth
proud to be
side
Fort
of
Worth
town.
folks. Yeah.
All right. And what do you do? Well, at the time of the video, I was a systems analyst for USA Today. Michelle was also working at USA Today. Loved that because we would have lunches together and we'd spent a lot of time together with the company.
We'd commute, and then at lunch we watched All My Children.
Can't believe you just said that.
He liked it more than me.
Whatever, that's not true.
That's true.
But, yeah. Then I worked my way up to, business operations and technical support manager with USA Today until finally got laid off because of the downturn in the newspaper industry. I went into technical consulting with a wonderful company called Servita for 6 years as a technical consultant for a product called Unit 4 Business World On. I loved my time there, but we just felt like we needed to do something different, so we started looking into things. Michelle actually started into it before I did, but she became a loan signing agent, doing closings for title offices throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And then later, as I came on board and also became a loan signing agent, and at that time we called our company Southern Signings, which was fun. We have since expanded somewhat. We are now DMG Notaries, and we own a nationwide signing service. So if you know someone in the title industry, what do you call it? A realtor.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Realtor, attorney, or what do you call it? What's the other one do we do business with?
I think you said.
No, the
I don't remember what he said.
estate planners.
Oh, estate planner.
Yeah. Tell them to check out our website, dmgnotaries.com. We'd love to bring on more clients. Let's see. Sorry about the shameless plug. We're going to move on now. What do you do? Oh, how old were you then? I skipped that one.
How old were we then?
Well, I was 29, close to 30. Actually, about a month after that, I turned 30. So, and you would have been 27.
27, yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, I had to do the math.
I know, me too.
I'm getting old.
We're in our 50s now.
Yes, it feels.
I'm on the
strange.
early 50 side.
Whatever. And then probably the third biggest question we get asked is, do you still game? I kind of answered that earlier. I do, but it's mostly short spurts. Actually, last night I played a couple hours of God of War, just enjoying that old game. All right, and before we wrap it up, there is one comment I've been seeing a lot in the videos. People claiming that the video is faked, that it is AI generated. I can assure you it really isn't.
Was not.
No, we were there. So it's interesting because a lot of times people will see the controller laying next to the PlayStation and they think it's an Xbox 360 controller. That actually was a N-G-Con controller, one of those racing controllers for the PS1. That was not an Xbox 360 controller. Anyhow, what about for the wrap up?
So I think just a quick note, and you can maybe talk about this more another time, but Dan and I had no idea that was how our night was going to turn out. So we didn't plan for that. We didn't even dress for it. We didn't clean our house for it. Like, there's so many things. We just sort of ran to the mall to pick it up. You know?
That's for sure. They just started talking to us while we were in line.
Right.
And then asked if they could follow us home. And
we're like, what?
Yeah. In fact, if you watch the video, it's kind of funny. But when we walk up into the house, you'll notice that no one unlocks the door.
Right.
That is because they had us go back out to the car and walk in because Michelle wanted to get the house cleaned up before we did the
I had to vacuum the floor. I was like, we didn't plan for that. And so, but it is funny to us, and it's fun that this many years later that it's kind of popped up.
Yeah.
We had not ever seen that video in full up until recently. And,
that's true.
So a couple of decades go by. So it's really fun. Thanks for following along. Thanks for your fun comments. We enjoy them.
One more note on that. What was funny is ABC, shame on you guys, they had promised us a copy of the video, and then after that night, we never heard from them again.
No, and we weren't even smart enough to get their phone number on how to call.
Yeah.
Although it was very early in the morning at that point. So.
Yeah, we did that interview at 1:30 a.m. That's by the time we'd gotten to the house. So I look exhausted in the video. Yeah. And that's part of the reason also we were standing in front of the TV. I didn't bring my gaming chair out because I wanted to get it done. And the camera crew had asked us to stand up by the TV so they could get shots of the screen and us. Yeah. We got the we were at Sam's Club or something a couple of years ago, and I got this email from someone saying, "Hey, do you know your video's trending?"
Like, what video?
What video? Yeah. And I start reading through, and he said, "Yeah, you guys are on YouTube." They found because we say our name in the video for the reporter, and he looked us up and let us know that at that time there was only like 23,000 views, and that's on Vampire Robot's YouTube channel. It has since gone all over the place, and I get friend requests on Facebook a lot. Sorry, I don't friend most people because the Facebook's mostly for our close friends and family, so don't be offended if I didn't friend you back. But I get a lot of contacts through Facebook Messenger, through whatever. Like I said earlier, whenever this pops up, people let me know. And I enjoyed that. So please keep doing
nice.
that.
Thank you for that.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, because if the first person hadn't done that, we would never know. But I think our initial surprise was, hey, we haven't even seen that before. So that was neat. And then our second thought was, people are actually watching that? That's weird. Because to me, not a gamer, I was just sort of like, oh, yeah, I didn't know what to think of that. So anyway, so it's been fun.
I did do a somewhat of a follow-up video where I play what actually got aired on World News Tonight, and you can find that on my channel. And from that, what was funny is I was coming out of what was it called? A UPS store, which is right next to a GameStop. And this guy comes up and says, I know you, you're the PS2 guy, which was totally funny and not expected. And he had seen both the Vampire Robots video and mine, so that was kind of fun. Talk to him for a little bit.
It was confusing because as notaries, we are in front of so many people, hundreds of people a year we are working with. And so initially it was sort of like, oh, were you one of my clients in a previous year or something?
Right, yeah,
and then that's when he said, so
that he had seen my video. Yeah, because he goes, I know you, and then
and right next to a GameStop. Yeah, kind of fun.
So we plan on, one thing I've always wanted to do was kind of a reaction video, and we never got around to doing it where we watch the original video and then give our comments on it, just remember some of the things from that. When we originally thought of doing that, our lives became much more complicated. My daughter was getting married, Michelle's father became ill, and soon after we moved him into the home with us, and it's just been kind of a busy last couple of years. Like I said, we've expanded our business so that we now cover a much larger area. So I think now's the time that we could actually get back to doing that video eventually.
We'll talk about the couch, my socks that everyone loves.
Yeah, we'll have some things to say. So if you have any further questions or something you'd like to see or have us talk about in that video, please leave your comments in the video. And thank you for watching, and thank you for all the wonderful comments and for all the people who have reached out to us to let us know that the video has been posted. It's just been a lot of fun. It was neat to walk down memory lane, and we still enjoy interacting with you all. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Let us know where you're watching from. And if you have...
That's a popular thing. People like to give a shout out from whatever country they're watching this video from.
Which just blows my mind that it's countries around the world. Yeah, it's really cool for folks to say. And if there's something you want him to talk about, throw that in the comments too.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.